as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live we turn on us, so yes.
Pleasant good night, cycling fans and supporters. Welcome to the
135th edition of As the Wheels Turn. Good night, guys.
The people say it rain outside, but we are warm inside. We actually enjoy the rain. Honestly, I know I had a few mishaps, flooding stuff like that. So, but I welcome the rain after all the heat. I mean, we can turn off the AC, enjoy the cool. But welcome, Dee.
Yes, thank you very much, Ardones. Appreciate it. Another fantastic Thursday in the beautiful village of Barrelboom. Yeah. It's a little wet outside. It's a little cool outside, but you know what? It's dry and it's hot in the studios. Yeah. Very, very exciting night tonight with a lot of recaps of all the beautiful Father's Day races, some national events coming up this weekend and next weekend as well. I know you're going to kick off the show with the birthday greetings and all that fun stuff.
But before I just start, I noticed your shirt.
Yes.
You know something? I have mine. I have my Kevin Logan. Kevin Logan gave me my Boston shirt. I have my Boston shirt. I'll put it on the next day. And I almost bring it, I almost bring it. But I say,
so by no means I am a Celtics fan. So I just want to get that out the way. I ride and die with the teams of Chicago, right? So the Bulls, the Bears, even the hockey team, the Cubs.
Okay.
But I want to pay respect to our good friend and our supporter, Mr. Kevin Logan, who I know is a die-hard Boston Celtics fan. So I believe you guys now are the leader as far as championships are concerned.
Exactly.
In the history of the NBA. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was a great opportunity to pull the shirt out that he gifted me.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Kev. Big up yourself. Enjoy the championship. And I'm representing here in the first segment of the show for all my Boston fans.
All right. I have mine at home. I wear it when I go across at the shop, right? But But you don't know Boston fan? I said, I read the Boston. Actually, read the Boston for way back because I mean, like Larry Bird and Kevin McKeel and the guys.
DJ Johnson.
Right. Yeah. That when I was right, and I like Lakers.
Well, me either. I'm not a Lakers. I've always been a Chicago.
I like Kareem Jabbar with that hook. He was sickening with that. Right when he beat Boston, I reel up.
Showtime Lakers.
Yes, yes, man. So I'm going to start off with well, first of all, we get food after Boston. We get lasagna.
Wow! And I heard there's a special lasagna in the house too.
Right. You got the veggie. Well, of course we have to meat one. I want to big up two persons who make it possible because lasagna. Animal lasagna is expensive to make, boy.
Absolutely. A lot of ingredients.
We forget. We rush out. We forget the veggies and all. We left.
Yeah.
But my beautiful wife, Miss Debs, made it.
I know Miss Debs said after she come back from vacation and the birthday, she was gonna make us a special meal. So I know the amount of love that poured into that. So I can't wait to taste it.
I want to big up Kevin Logan for the lasagna food, and I want to big up Miss Carolyn Dawson. As a matter of fact, she paid me a visit and she actually gave me a gift that I'm going to give up on the show too. So Miss Carolyn Dawson, she always they make comments.
Yes, she's from the diaspora, no?
Yes, she's from New York, but they may come in for a short while. They stop by the shop, and then I also had a visit from the Jacksonville supporter.
What?
Is that back there?
You're large, Donis.
Is that back there? All the goodies when the fans are win. Boy, that's a nice thing in the shade, socks, cap, jersey.
And that's right on time because I had gotten a request from Elston. Elston said we should really up the level of the gifts. Yeah, so I said it's coming now.
Yeah, so get some nice gift, right? And then I get gift for Sankas, then nice bags, yeah. Wow. Sankas, so we have gifts for the run a little while, man. I mean, but definitely big up the people there.
Excellent, excellent.
So thank you guys. All right, so we're getting to the birthday greetings. Wanda. I have to big up Ashton Clothing too. Big up. Birthday greetings. So big up Melanie Adolphus. She lives right here in Baralboom. She's I call her my niece and my wife's niece.
Okay.
Lex, their first cousin.
Okay.
Their first cousin, Lex? No. What? No, they're not first cousin, they're second cousin. No, your first cousin, why? The first cousin, yeah. Melanie,
Yes, first cousin.
yeah. Is it name Melanie Boyne, Marnie Adolphus,
Okay.
right? Yeah. Mr. Glenn Flowers, the president of the Cycling Federation, celebrated his birthday.
Yes, happy birthday,
Yeah,
Glenn. When that was a couple days ago, no?
Right there.
Cool.
And of course, a special person from your family, your sister, Mrs. Therese Wade Tillett, celebrating her birthday today.
Today's her birthday, but we partied away last
Well,
weekend.
I saw some of the clippings, and you guys you
Yeah.
had you never get drunk.
No, but I enjoyed quite a bit of adult beverages.
All right.
So I didn't race this weekend.
Yeah. I said Blue Label, the flash on all kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know Elston, he must have been nice up.
Cognac, Blue Label, yeah.
Yeah.
It was had a great time.
Yes,
I
man.
think we left there about 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah, man. So definitely want to pick up all those birthday greetings, to the special people who celebrate their birthday.
Not a lot of birthdays in June, huh? Not a lot.
Yeah.
June birthdays.
I'm not sure when I say if anybody celebrated birthday or any family members, they could put it up on the screen. And I mentioned to Lex, they could put it up. But do you, so we had some races held over this past weekend. Of course, we start off with the Honorable Marconi Leal, the race on Sunday. That was a beautiful race.
Well, if the first race would have been the was it the Guns?
Oh yes,
They had it on Friday.
Friday. Boy, I slip up because
Yes.
I never put up the picture for that. I forgot where I'm Thursday.
Yeah.
So all right, make us start.
So
off with
that's the Guns.
Okay.
Do we have the results of those that race?
You know something?
I believe.
Honestly, that totally slipped me.
I believe
slipped
we
me.
have the results
Yeah.
of those races. But I'm trying to recall. Gregory Lovell won that race. So it was
Okay.
Greg. It was Greg. Three guys were in the break. It was Greg, Deshaun, and who are we missing? Greg, Deshaun. Why am I drawing a blank right now? Oh, Kenyon Stanford.
Yes.
So it was an open race, of course, and Greg Lovell ended up winning that race. Kenyon Stanford was second, and Dijon Hyde was third. The first A, I believe, was Philip Leslie, was the first A, and the first B, I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say it was Fitzgerald Joseph. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but we didn't get all the results, but I'm pretty sure on the elite and the first A for sure. Being first again was Gregory Lovell. Second was Kenyon Stanford, and third was Dijon Hyde. That race was held on Friday. It was postponed due to the rain from Thursday.
That would mess me up
So
because
the usual schedule was not there. So,
yeah,
but yeah, nonetheless, we still give a shout out to the guys who participated.
this morning was postponed also
This
because
morning was
of
postponed,
conditions.
yeah.
So I believe that tomorrow, but it look funny like the weather.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be postponed this week because tomorrow
more
looks looks like rain out throughout the night. Absolutely.
So then we move on to Sundays. The Sunday morning early.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Honorable Marconi Leal. And he had his race through the Mascal circuit, right? And they did 2 laps, and it was one mass start, correct?
One mass start.
Okay, excellent. And when the dust settled, it looks like Smokes Gladden was first. He won that race in a solo fashion, a few seconds in front of the guys. Second, Philip Leslie. Third was the Mexican
Luis Balam.
And at fourth,
Wendell
Skinny Vernon. And fifth is the whatever boys, Adrian. Right.
Adrian Williams.
Correct. Yeah, so that looks like a very nice race, and those guys got some nice prizes. So thanks to the organizers who put that race on. We appreciate that support. In the B category, Kenny Gladden won that race. He actually was in the break with the guys, so he kind of got a nice little ride there. He didn't have to do much work or anything. He just kind of sat in and made sure he stayed up there. Second, it was Roque Matos. Third was Fitzgerald Joseph. Fourth was Roy Del Reno. And fifth was Fred Usher. And there was a C category as well.
Also,
it looks like Barney Brown. Is he now riding C?
Yeah, Barney Brown.
He's demoted himself to C.
No, they actually put him at C. The
Okay.
judge put that on your ride C.
Okay, because I remember Barney said he wasn't going to ride C ever. But it looks like Barney edged out Chief, who was second, and is that Isaiah Willisey
Third.
in the third position. So that kind of rounded off the podium. Did they have any juniors in that race? Was
No,
all
I
masters,
think it was all club races.
club riders. Was it a 40 plus, or was it just regular club?
Club race.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. So again, thanks to the Honorable Marconi Leal for treating the fathers to a fantastic day of racing in the Maskell Road. We always enjoy that road. We typically do it every Saturday when there's no races on Sunday. So
I also want to say speedy recovery to Mark Juan. He had a nasty fall at the start of the race.
oh really?
Yeah, what happened? You remember when Shimano Crank on the recall?
Mm-hmm.
It totally snapped, and he broke off completely.
Oh man.
He went to the ground. His fork broken. They sent me pictures, but they didn't share. The pictures
Yeah.
for share it personally.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he had a nasty fall.
Wow.
He had a nasty fall.
Perhaps he could recoup some of his financial obligations through Shimano. You could send an email to those guys. And,
yeah, because
you know.
they do have a recall, and
Yes,
it completely snapped on him, and he lost. And that's as the race started. So, Mark,
Very-
we wish you speedy recovery.
Very, very
Yeah.
sorry to hear that. So that's Mark Gonzalez?
No, Mark Juan.
Mark Juan.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
Yeah.
I'm familiar.
Live just before Hattieville.
Okay,
Always, yeah.
Mark Juan. Is he a regular rider? What category?
He may ride C. He might ride C.
Okay, is he a regular?
No, he used to ride guns race a while back, but he was off the bike for a while, and he decided to jump back in.
Yeah, so unfortunate.
Mrs. Logan, birthday is for the next.
Yes, Kevin Logan, wife.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Miss Kevin Lashmi, boy. Happy birthday to him. And I write it down, you know. Happy birthday to Mrs. Logan. Of course. You know, big up. Husband always supported so much. Big up. So happy birthday, Mrs. Logan.
Excellent.
Thank you, Miss Philippa. Thank you.
Yes,
you know, this old brains of mine, you know.
How can you miss that? We can't miss that, right?
Yeah,
We gotta
yeah,
apologize
but
for
yeah.
doing that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And give a big shout out to Miss Kristen Sabaranis, who's always so supportive and listening to the show.
Yes, man.
On a weekly basis. She actually reached out to me via Facebook and said that, you know, Donis, you're doing a fantastic job. Keep the fire alive with cycling. And she's a big fan of our show, and she'll continue to support the show. So
She always do.
thank you very much.
To all the fans,
Appreciate
I mean, that's so much, and
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
it does slip my mind at times. Yeah.
Well, without the fans, there's no show, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Should we go into the coverage of the Anthony Mahler?
Well, we had a race in San Ignacio.
We
so
did.
We could get into that.
Yeah, we did.
Do you want me to put up the pictures with that? Yeah. So
So that was the San Antonio loop, right?
right.
Excellent. Is that the race that Zib and team usually
Right.
sponsor and organize? So it looks like you had a clean G flow sweep there.
Yeah, and they had the
With-
broom out.
Yeah, first was Mr. Leon Leslie. Second, the young phenom, JLN Briseño. And third was no other than, who's that in third place?
That's Derek Chavarria.
Derek Chavarria. Excellent, cool.
Next phenom.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was
So wait, Derek rode 2 races then? He rode up there then came down?
yes, all of them. All 3 of them.
Okay. All right, Leon rode the.
Leon rode, yes,
absolutely.
Leon and
Okay.
Jalen.
Nice work,
And
guys.
Jalen rode the junior, and then he rode the elite.
Ah, nice. Nice.
No, Jalen
Jellies are
drop.
orange rock.
Drop.
And then Leon Leslie is City, but he trains up there with those guys. And then Chavez from Georgeville. Yep. So that's that race. Again, guys, if you're having a race, send us the full details, right? So we could post it up and give you guys recognition. The sponsors, if you want sponsors for the race called out, the more information we have, the better for you guys, right? And then we moved on to Sunday's Anthony Mahler BTB extravaganza. Right? Thank you to him and the BTB crew for putting off an amazing event. I was looking at the prize list. It looks pretty, was pretty handsome. So no wonder those guys, some of these guys are riding 3 races in the same day, right?
Exactly.
So that's pretty amazing. It started out with, and I'm happy to see this, Donis. We had 3 to 5 year old category.
Yes.
Yes, that must have been exciting. And the winner was Niall Fuller.
Yes, that's Joshua's little daughter.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
You have a picture there? Where you chop your hand.
Congratulations,
Oh, you're going to it.
Josh and what's her mom name again? That's Miss Dawn granddaughter, right?
Miss Dan granddaughter. Yep.
And we're forgetting.
Yes, that's her right there.
We're forgetting mom's name, but Josh, I didn't know that. That's amazing. So now, did she race her training wheels?
I never reached out in time to see that race.
That's exciting. We want to have more of that.
Yeah, so you have Josh now, and then you have daughter, right? So
yeah, father and son.
Father and daughter. No.
Yeah.
We have a lot of father and son now. We have father and daughter.
Yes, big. Well, we have a father and daughter with Smokes.
And Lovell too, right?
Yeah,
Lovell,
right.
Yeah.
Then in the 6 to 8 year old category, we had Zeric Caetano.
No, I honestly have no picture of those.
Yeah, we had.
No, they don't have no podium pictures with them.
I got them off the. I got them off the Cycling Federation. Okay.
But they're not podium. But I just showing the lineup. I mean, for podium when it's up on the podium.
Yep.
Go ahead though.
So it was Zeric Caetano and second Aiden Matos.
Oh, okay.
And in 9 to 12 year old female, first Jamila Gladden. That's Kenroy Smokes Gladden's daughter. In the 9 to 12 boys, first is Anthony Miller. Second is your nemesis, Aaron Pope.
Yep.
Third, Miguel Jones.
Miguel Jones.
Yeah, nice job, guys. Then we moved on to the high school boys, where Keith Enright Jr. continued his hot streak of winning with another top step on the podium there. Jeroy Gladden, another Smokes Gladden product, and Caleb Ortega.
Yep.
This is the kid that you said was riding at the in your program, right?
No, he have a kayak. Remember you give me a jersey for give that.
Okay, this is a kid.
That's
okay, I sent the jersey for. Okay, excellent, very good. Well, congratulations to Keith Enright, Jeroy Gladden, and Caleb Ortega. High school girls, Chelsea Gillett, Irene Bucky, Irene, I'm sorry. Yep, Irene, and then Kelsey Castillo. Yeah. So Chelsea Gillett, Irene Bucky, and Kelsey Castillo. Those were the top 3 in that category. And we'll move on to let's move on to the Masters. The Master, where Valan, Master A was Valan. Valan was first in the Masters A. Second was Revel Young, and third is Smokes Gladden. That's his son standing in.
Right.
Yep. So nice ride by Valan actually. Valan ran about 4 to 5 laps by himself.
Right, yeah.
And of course SB had a strong team out there with quite a bit of guys, and they kept attacking, and then Valan just rode off. And
well, he rode as a team because the morning they won the race.
They did.
Yep, and then they came out and won that race again.
Absolutely. Yep. So those guys continue to do a nice job. Congratulations to them. In the B category, Roque Matos was first in that category, followed by Kenneth Butler, who has been riding pretty consistent, and Beto Acosta was third. Nice job there, guys. Then there was a 4-5 category where Valan rode again, and he was second to Urson Butler. So Urson Butler, we haven't seen Urson Butler in the top podium, the top step there for quite some time. So it's nice to see him. I'm sure he's going to be highly motivated after that and repeating that feat, no? So congratulations, guys. And I believe there was a 60 plus category as well. Colonel level. Should be a picture with Colonel level.
Yeah. So that's Colonel level.
Yep, Colonel level. So nice to see him getting some recognition. I know he works pretty hard at cycling, and he's been riding fantastic. I actually told him that, after the Santino's tour, I mean, the man was right up there. We were pushing 30 odd miles an hour, and he actually, I think he came in the top 20 in the final stage. So nice job, Colonel level. Keep up the great work, and looking forward to seeing you on the podium some more in the future. And then we.
Little Chi. The little Chi ride the Sunday race.
Which one is Sunday one? Well, we go by the
results.
We get the results for the Cycling Federation. So
yeah. And then we'll move on to the elite category. So the elite category was first, which is not a huge surprise. Again, another G Flow rider, JION Superstar Gonzalez. Second was his teammate Derek Chavarria. Third was Carlton Robinson. Fourth, another G Flow rider, Leon Leslie. Fifth,
another G Flow rider.
Yep.
Gorian
Gabriel was fifth. Sixth, nice to see making the top 10. It was nice to see Shervin Budna. Shervin always rides pretty hard, but for some reason always miss out on the podium position. So it was nice to see him pick up a podium position there Sunday. Seventh, that looks like Mr. Giovanni Lovell, always on the podium. Eighth, his brother, Gregory Lovell. Nice to see Greg finding some motivation again. He's been pretty consistent over the last couple of months, I would say. Ninth, of course, the always consistent Byron Pope. And the youngster from the budget camp, Alan Awil Jr.
Yep, he was awesome.
Yeah, rounded up the top 10. That kid has a lot of talent. I think he only has to find a little bit of consistency. I think that's his main issue is consistency. I know he had some bad luck with injuries, but I like his talent. I like the way he's a hard worker as well. Just the fact, like I said, if he finds a little bit of consistency, I think he can find himself in the top 10 more consistently, and even in the top 5. I truly believe so. So if he continues with it, he'll definitely be a solid cyclist. So that's the that completes the full report, right, on that race. Again, it seems like a fantastic day of racing. If I had a free schedule, I would definitely have done those 2 races, the one in Moscow and this.
And that course is very fast.
Yeah.
And then you have what we call road furnitures, which are the bumps.
Yes, the bump.
And then go around the
roundabouts and stuff like that. And then the bridge was definitely challenging as well, because you're climbing a little bit coming up and down. So I was watching your live and I'm like, I was kind of missing it. I'm like, well, man, I wish I both races that they've held on that circuit I missed, just due to family events going on. One was my birthday, and then this one was my sister and niece's birthday. So unfortunately, it's not a great decision to race after a night of hanging out, right?
Yeah. But I feel like I ride on a rodeo because that motorcycle made a pan for wheelchair boy after.
Yeah.
I hang on.
That's a lot of power.
Well, it's much higher, and so what happened? The seat for the slide down. So I have to why it's challenging. That was challenging on that course.
But if you want anyone to drive you on his bike, it would be him. He handles that thing like that. Yeah. So he's pretty
I did had some issues, and I think I mentioned it, and I spoke to somebody from the Cycling Federation, and we were asking we're asking the service personnel and people, and a cyclist, and we ask them, please, that's not the way to service. They come out in the middle of the street. And so
I did see that.
when
Some close calls.
When a motorcycle come, they get confused, and if that motorcycle hit them, they will die or get one, and we will get hurt bad too. So we ask them, watch international race how that service. The service has been done a certain way. So please, I'm begging you guys, please don't come out. I know they try help, but on a step on the side, make the cyclist go to and grab it. Don't come out in the street because it won't be nice. They're on the live. People are say, somebody get killed or hit, and then me myself might, say that's it. It's over. I will quit if something like so should happen. So for the sake of the fans and everybody, guys, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm asking you. I'm begging you. Like I said, we might be saving your life, my life, and the streaming continue for the cycling fans. So again, begging and praying that God was with us, and good thing I had an experienced driver in Mr. Wilcher, that he made the correct decision. So
yeah. In line with that, I want to say shout out the guys from Griga, from the Griga Cycling Club.
Yes,
three individuals that were in a road traffic accident where they got hit by a motorist. And we want to report that all three are doing well. They're healing. We also want to report, based on the reports that we have seen via Facebook from Mrs. Gordon, that the driver, Mr. White, actually took full responsibility.
He apologized.
And yes, and is footing the bill for everything that was lost, including injuries and so forth to those guys. So thanks to all parties involved in kind of getting that resolved. Really appreciate that, because obviously, it's hard to prevent accidents. Accidents will happen, but it's the follow-up and people taking accountability, right? So I want to say thanks for the update. First and foremost, we're very happy to hear that the three young men are doing well, and it seems like this will not deter them from getting back on their bikes and start continue training. Yep.
Yes, Mandy. So
should we
yeah, we should take a break, and then when we return,
excellent.
I want to show off because I started my lasagna on the show.
Yes. And then we'll chat a little bit about when we get back, we'll chat a little bit, guys, about the upcoming national time trials. This weekend and next weekend, we have a special guest, Mr. Steven Bennett. He'll be joining us remotely via a conference call, and he'll chat a little bit more about those events as well. See you soon.
We'll be back.
This is a Soul Fire production. Soul Fire production. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Third on SOS. I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Third on SOS.
welcome back, welcome back. Me to show off. Big up Kevin Logan and Miss Carol Dawson with the lasagna.
Well, you eat lasagna.
I eat lasagna. Yeah. I go for a second round. Cause we get enough, right? Welcome back.
That looks delicious.
It is. It is. I have to eat on the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big thanks to those
Yeah.
guys. I'm gonna save mine for after the show.
All right.
Looking forward to it. So, welcome back, guys. Thank you very much for joining us again religiously on every Thursday night. We really appreciate the support. Let's crank these viewers up. Again, we're still waiting on that 1,000 viewer live, so we can give away something special to that person, right? So, jump in, follow us, subscribe us, so you can get those notifications when the show starts, and you can hop in. But Jonas, we have a slight correction to make last week, and we want to apologize for the slight omission. Mr. Edward Reyes reached out to us after the show last week, and he actually let us know that in addition to JION Gonzalez in the road race in the in the Central American Games of 2010, he was a bronze medalist in the under-23 road race. So, Mr. Edward Reyes, thank you very much for that correction and for sending us that information. We want to recognize you as a past champion and a past was on the podium for the Central American Games in Panama in 2010. Yep, really appreciate that. We want to make sure that we always recognize those individuals and have our information correct as well. So thank you, appreciate that. And let's get back on the bike, Ed. Maybe you can rekindle that career, and we'll see you in Belize soon, racing perhaps one of the classics, right?
Why, my beautiful wife have me look for bite my tongue and all. Thank you, my love.
Excellent. Doris, big weekend coming up. So it's the Nationals weekend, and these couple of few weekends here, a lot of countries across the world are holding their nationals. It's a combination of the individual time trial and road race. So Belize will be doing theirs in alignment with UCI regulations and directions. They will be doing theirs this weekend, which will be this Sunday, starting at 7 a.m. on the John Smith Road. It will be the individual time trial. And that will be held for the male elites. It will be the under 23. We'll have junior. We'll also have a youth. We'll also have the female, junior, and female elite as well. Those are the categories. Again, starting at 7 a.m. The full technical report per Miss Leticia Westby will be released tomorrow. Tomorrow is the deadline for registration, guys. You need to be fully registered. They're not taking any late registration because all these registrants had to be submitted to the UCI. They have to have the official list, and they need that Friday. So all you teams that are registering your riders, please go ahead and do that promptly and get that information over to CFB so they can do their logistics with the UCI, and it will not affect your start come 7 a.m. on the John Smith Road Sunday morning, this Sunday. There's been some changes in the individual time trial with the distance. Are you familiar with those changes?
I have no, I have information.
Okay, so what I'll do is I want to introduce you guys to Mr. Steven Bennett. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know him as a cyclist as well, but he's actually the PR representative for the federation. He was appointed that position there to kind of help them out with PR stuff. And I asked him to join us on the show remotely tonight, and so we'll call into him and we'll chat a little bit more about the ITT and kind of what he knows from that perspective. And then we will share. I mean, I've got some opinions to share about it. I'd like to get your wager on it as well.
Right.
Kind of see your thoughts. So
just before Andy,
yes,
maybe you can explain to the fans who know what is a because people might understand the word ITT, so maybe you could explain just before Carl Bissett,
Sure.
what is a time trial? What is because it's an individual time trial.
Absolutely. So an individual time trial is just one of the many disciplines of cycling, right? You have individual time trial, there's road racing, there's track racing, and so forth. But what an individual time trial is, it's the race, an individual cyclist race against a clock to achieve a best time over a determined course. So over a specific distance that is specified by either UCI or by the organizers or a combination. Those lengths can range anywhere from, I'd say an individual time trial probably starts at maybe 10 miles, or let's say 5 miles maybe. Anything less than that would be a prologue.
Right,
It's called a different name, right? But it's probably, I'd say, maybe 5 miles. Let's take 5 miles and anywhere up to, you've got some pretty long individual time trials. But for our region, it's typically about, 20 miles or so, 40 kilometers, right? So that's typically the range. But again, it's one cyclist racing against the clock to achieve the best time over a specific distance. So that's what we're gonna do this weekend, and then we'll crown the National Individual Time Trialist of Belize. Anything you'd like to add on that?
Well, they use a special bike, right?
Correct. Yes.
So it's not your typical road bike you use. So some guys don't have time trial bikes, so they have to put on the clip-on bars. But the person who have a time trial bike have a great advantage over somebody that rides a regular bike. And these bikes are designed for full speed ahead.
It's all about aerodynamics. So you'll see in an individual time trial as opposed to a road race, you'll see guys the way they're dressed looks totally different than road cycling. The helmet will be optimized for speed. Sometimes there are special shoes or shoe covers as well to deflect the wind from the rider. Special suits, typically longer sleeves and really, really tight fitting. Again, to optimize. It's all about speed.
Full disc wheels, everything.
Correct. Yep. Absolutely. So that's the gist of it. Yep. So should we call?
Yes. Go ahead.
All right. Excellent. We'll give Mr. Bissett a ring and we'll jump into a quick conversation here with him. Good night, Mr. Bissett.
Good night, Mr. Wade, and good night, Mr. Erdonis,
Night, Biss.
and all listeners. What's going on?
So, thank you very much for making yourself available, Biss, joining the show tonight. Welcome on As the Wheels Turn. Being that it's the start of the Nationals weekends, I kind of wanted to bring you on board, and perhaps you can make an introduction for yourself and let us know and let the public know, in what capacity you're currently, working with or helping the Cycling Federation of Belize, and then we can discuss a little bit more about the events this weekend and next weekend.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for having me. Firstly, I want to say a pleasant good night to all your listeners and viewers, and a belated Happy Father's Day to all fathers, especially yourself, Dee, Andrew. I assume Lex is there, and George. All of y'all are good fathers. Keep doing the good work you do. And to let you all know what my position is, when it comes to the Cycling Federation of Belize, I help them out with a little bit of public relations work. I will help them with when they put out press releases. Sometimes they would run something by me. I'd give them my ideas and so on. No? Right now, I must say this is a busy time for them with the Nationals starting this weekend with the time trial, and then the following weekend with the road races. We've had a good result last week or week and a half, whatever it's been, of Jivin Gonzalez winning the silver medal at the Central American Games. We must congratulate him and the entire team that went with him, both under 23 and elite, and the 3 representatives that made that trip. It was considered a successful trip. All trips, and I think this is something that we need to look at, that all trip that leaves the land to represent Belize is a successful trip. We always strive, and our ambition is to win as many and the top medals. But however, we must look at it and realize that every trip we make and that our athletes return home safely is a successful trip, in the matter of there's other things that can happen. We are participating and doing our best to try and get the best results, no? So whatever questions you have for me, I will be willing to try and answer them for you guys.
Excellent. I will hand it off to Andrew. Andrew may have a couple of questions. I'll let him start with it, and then we will jump into a conversation as well.
Definitely.
First of all, the distance for each categories, you have an idea? Is it the same distance from last year, or they have changed that the distance?
The distance for the time trial has been changed. It's a shorter distance. What has happened, I mean, we have to realize that UCI gives us a suggested distance, and we also have the capability of making a course similar to that distance. There's a minimum and a maximum. This year we have this, they're using, to my knowledge, the 10-mile distance. And a couple of reasons for that decision, couple being, we have not had a lot of time trials in Belize. Basically, CFB has basically had one, and it wasn't even really a time trial, no? It was more a prologue, which we had in the Valentine's Tour in February. So we know that our athletes do not really spend a lot of time training for time trials. So we figured having a shorter distance will encourage more riders to come out, because it's not a discipline that they really spend a lot of time on. We are hoping and we're planning that coming the next season, we will set up and gear more races to develop that discipline. But that is where we are at this present time.
Second question, where, give us the course, which will it be any kind of climbs, will it be totally flat?
No, the time trial course is basically flat. We are using the John Smith route.
Okay, that's the same, the same that they used last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So the elites are going to be doing 10 miles, and it'll be one lap starting at the airport junction, going towards the 8 miles junction and returning.
Coming back.
Yeah. The juniors and female will be doing approximately 5 miles. They'll start at the same start location, and they will they'll go 2.5 miles out roughly, flip around and come back to the finish, and that's gonna complete that. I understand from Miss Westby that they're doing 1-minute intervals, but again, all that's gonna be confirmed and sent out tomorrow morning, or sometime tomorrow, which tomorrow will be the deadline for registration.
Correct. So, like I said, the idea of using a shorter distance, we think that with using a shorter distance, we can hopefully we'll have more participation, because if you go back and look at the previous years that we've had this discipline, we don't have a big turnout, no?
Yeah.
So like I said, this year we know that the Cycling Federation has not had much races for time trial other than the one that I can recall that was in Valentine's Tour. However, we are planning for the upcoming season next year to set more races, to get people more geared to want to participate, and to let them realize that not because you're not going to win, or you might not be a great time trialist means that you don't participate. But doing time trialing, it helps in your overall. You might not be a great pacer, you might be a sprinter or a climber or whatever you are good at, but that discipline will help in whatever other discipline you are participating in, no?
Yeah, great point, Steve. So, in your opinion, you believe that the main reason for shortening the distance would be participation. What about perhaps getting a faster time, setting a faster time on a shorter course? Is that a motivational factor as well?
The time on a shorter course, we don't have even a time to compete against, no?
Mm-hmm.
So
How does it turn a friend?
The idea is, we know that there's a couple people that I don't want to say participate because we don't have no events. There's a couple people that utilize time trialing in their training and so on. But what we're trying to do is to grow the field, because like I said, last year, I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but we didn't have more than 20 people participating in the time trial discipline, and that was for all categories.
And you know, historically, Steve, both the time trial and the road race, from a national perspective, has been a little soft, in my opinion.
Well, it has been, and I agree, and it has been soft. The time trialing aspect has been soft more because a lot of people we don't have time trial racing throughout the year, one. Two, a lot of people, time trialing is one of the, I don't want to say the harder discipline, but it's a discipline that you
challenging.
Really need to know your body and know the capability of how long and how much you can punish your body. And it's you doing everything to yourself. It's a self-punishment. In racing, it's other people that are really punishing you more than you punishing yourself.
Correct.
But in time trialing, you are punishing yourself.
Sure.
So that's a whole different discipline.
And Steve, in your opinion, I know you said it sounds like the Federation have some plans to increase racing in that discipline. In your opinion, what has been the drawback for our federations to have more races? Because when you think about it, it's probably one of the races that require perhaps less resources than a full-on road race. Since you'll be starting and finishing at one location first and foremost, and you have a shorter course to deal with as far as traffic management and so forth. So the other thing is too, being a time trial, it's typically can be done within an hour. So time commitment is not that significant as well. So it could be done, during the week. You can have time trial races or weekends. What do you think, in your opinion, has been the drawback? Why haven't us as a cycling population tend to have those races, other than they're just hard?
Well, not talking of getting into the hard part. One big problem is we don't have them. That's the first one. So that's the main thing. We don't have time trial racing. at all. Two, we haven't really set up, when we do have them, a good foundation and rules to regulate the time trial. For example, we're going to use, we had the athletes that went to, I think it was in Panama. Brazil. We had athletes that participated there, but we had problem with meeting the jig, clearing the jig, right? And that's because people are, like I said, we don't have the system set up properly in Belize. And this is where the Federation is saying that next year we want to do more time trial racing, and we want to set it up that, because time trialing, you can have a specialized bike for time trialing, but to have each person have just a time trial bike is another expense. A lot of people cannot afford to have more than one bike. So what we have to do is set up a system where we will have these races, and we will have where we can say, okay, we're going to have the full time trial race where you can utilize a time trial bike and everything, but you got to meet the UCI standard with the jig. And then we can have time trialing racing for just your regular road bike.
Road bike with probably clip-on bars.
And I mean, it's something we have to write.
Sure.
And have a standardized thing so that we're not having people coming with, oh, well, I'm not riding the, I'm not going to use, I don't have a time trial bike, so I'm not going to the big use the thing, but I'm going to ride the road bike, but I'm going to have clip-on bars, and I'm going to have a solid disc wheel. I'm not sure how far we will go with the rules and regulations for that. But what we're trying to do is to set it up that we have more people participating.
Excellent.
And then by having the participation and the more people we have participating, we're developing our skills for all around cycling, and we're developing people to realize, you know what, I'm pretty good at time trialing. So now you'll pique their interest, and they might turn around and say, you know what, I'm going to find me a sponsor, or I'm going to buy me a time trial bike, and I'm going to go to the full time trial or whatever.
Right. They'll make that investment because they see some rewards down the road.
And that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's where we're at.
Yeah, great points, Bis. And I think it really starts with actually the commitment from the federation and the cycling bodies to actually start holding races, right? And like you said, I think standardized racing, right? For example, we're having a time trial this weekend. It's going to be a 10-mile course, but it's going to be for road bikes only, no modification. Next week, perhaps you're having a time trial with a 12-mile course, and it's going to be for road bikes with clip-on bars are allowed. The following one could be a combination. You know what I mean?
What we're thinking about doing it is just doing it one a week at least.
Correct.
Right? And what we're going to do is we're going to do anybody that wants to come on time trial, and you will fall. I'm just using. We haven't written the thing, so please don't.
Sure. Yeah, this is just planning.
We're going to say we are doing time trials. For the first half of the time trial, we're doing just road bikes. Then the next, after all the road bikes are finished, we will use the time trial bikes or whatever is another level up.
Yeah.
And then that would, because like you said, it's a discipline that the odds are we're not going to do no long 50-mile time trial or anything of that sort.
Exactly.
So we will start with 5 miles, 10 miles, so we can do it in a shorter time, a more controlled area and everything of that sort. So that's what we're looking at, and that's where we're shooting for the new season coming next year.
Excellent, great plan. I had some conversations with other people because whenever changes whenever changes are happening, I instead of me formulating my own opinion, I like to run it by other folks. As you know, I talked to Andrew about this. I talked to Elston about it. I talked to, other folks in my network about it. And one of the things that I, kind of discuss with them would be if we want to, a couple of things you want to do, right? You want to increase the participation in the discipline first and foremost. The second thing you want to do, which is very, very key, very important, is also increase the speed for the standardized distance, right? So our standardized distance when we go international racing, I was doing some research today on the internet, and I found out that typically time trial for the elite level would be between 40 to 50 kilometers as specified by UCI. It's usually about 40 kilometers, right? When you go to the Pan Am Games, you go to the Central American Games, you'd go to the Caribbean Games. For male athletes, it's 40 kilometers. That's elite. For the under 23, I believe it's 25 to 30 kilometers. Or most of the times, though, I've done some research. I've seen, for example, like in Brazil, for the Pan Am Games, they did the same distance. It was the same distance. It was, I believe, around 19.3 miles or something like that. And I want to say it was the same in Central America as well. But so what I'm saying is that we want to increase participants, right? So we can have a better pool to pick from. And then we want to increase the speed at that standardized distance. Let's say 40 kilometers, right? And 1 second, base. And I'm saying a strategy that I've discussed with some of my peers and my network. A strategy to do that would to have, like you suggested, which you guys are working on, would be weekly time trials. So leading up to a big events, let's say 60 days out, or even more. Leading up to a big event, we have time trial races, and we start out at a shorter distance. Let's say we start out at 10 miles. And every week we increase that by a mile or two or whatever is seen most beneficial to reach to our ultimate goal. So it gives those riders who may have a slight fear for time trial, it gives them the opportunity to wet their feet at the lower distance. But then you're gradually increasing that distance throughout. So you'd have 4 races a month, 2 months, that'd be 8 races. Things like that, right? So you'd be increasing that incrementally, increasing the distance. And by doing that, hopefully we're increasing the speed as well of our top time trialists. That is kind of my thought process. What do you think, Andrew?
Well, I just want to shift on a slight bit, and Mr. Pitts is saying, this is exactly what Mr. Pitts is saying. All riders, anybody want the time trial, have to get the real time trial bike, because putting on a clip-on bar on a road bike no makes sense. To me, it doesn't make sense. If you want to compete at the level of riders other part of the world, other countries, you have to have the correct machine, as Mr. Pitts said, that the bike fitting and the bike make a big difference. So riders just put on clip-on bars, like Sunday right there, guys who put on clip-on bars and check out, and it makes sense.
Great point, great point, Andrew. And I think we're gonna get there. But first, we'll have to give them an opportunity to get into the discipline, right? So, go ahead, Bis.
Sorry, MD, but Andrew, just to let you know what we're doing, right? You have to understand that the idea what the federation is working is there's no way we're going to take somebody and believe that, he's doing time trial with clip-on and so on. More likely, if you're just doing time trial with clip-on, you're not going to come to anywhere close to the speeds that will qualify you to do anything. But however, for somebody to have just a time trial bike, it's a big expense. So what we're trying to do is to get people into the discipline, to work on the discipline, and gradually, as they're working their body into condition, they're also working on developing and getting the equipment to match. So it will even be better for them. But we can't come and expect you to go and buy a 10,000 time trial bike, and there's only one time trial race a week, right? And you might be the only one only about two of y'all have time trial
But,
bike.
yeah. Well, I think this.
You're not racing against anybody.
Yep.
The more people that you have involved, the better it will be. So
Yeah.
that's why we're looking at it. Like I said, it's not that we're telling you that only clip-ons. We're saying we will have it set up. The idea is the ultimate thing is for everybody to have time trial bike, but we have to be realistic. For us to have everybody riding a time trial bike right now is highly unlikely. We have to win more than Bolido.
Well,
Right? So my point is, and the point of the federation is, we will have, and this is one of the key things, we will have a jig so that the people that buy those time trial bikes, that invest in those time trial bikes, will be able to make sure that when they're riding their time trial bike, they are fitting within the standards. Because the equipment we took out with the riders in Brazil, it wasn't that the equipment wasn't up to speed. The riders were not utilizing the jig to fit within the criteria set by UCI. It wasn't that the equipment wasn't good enough or whatever. It was the equipment was not meeting the measured size.
Yeah. And we have.
That is one of the things that we're looking at.
We have those.
Second thing is,
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Let's finish your point. Sorry about that.
So that's the first thing. That's why I'm saying that we will have the jig, but then we'll also have it that we are having the races, but the odds are if I have a full-time trial bike and you just have a clip-on, the odds are more than likely that I'll do a better time than you most of the time, right? Mm-hmm. However, what we don't want to disadvantage anybody or whatever. We'll have a category which is full-time trial bikes. We'll have a category that you're using clip-ons and whatever. For right now, D-Wade has a full-time trial bike, and I have just clip-ons. I can ride and win my category, and if I really am serious and I could borrow D-Wade's time trial bike, I can go ride there too. So the whole thing is what we're trying to do is to develop the discipline, develop the athletes at the same time, and we're making sure that whatever investment that we have in the equipment meet the UCI standards. So that's where we're headed.
I know they knock on nobody, but this jig, we do have a jig in Belize. We do have a jig, and I kind of blame the riders in a sense, coaches, because you know when an international event, you know there's rules and regulation. So nobody can tell me that they carry a bike and you fail because you don't meet standard. You have to do your homework before you leave. If you're going to take a test, you have to study when you saw that the excuse of the equipment fail, no meet regulations when you reach it look bad for the federation because they say how you guys will make the guys come here. So I kind of find that a poor excuse.
Andrew, I don't want to argue about the point of that, but I also want to stress this, right? The jig, because it's not like the equipment wasn't right? And we have to understand this. I mean, failure at the jig is not just on the rider, on Belize alone, you know. There's people that the best time trialists have been brought to a big international races have come to the jig and failed. Guys that are world champions have failed because their seat is off, and you don't really fail from the jig, you know. They just tell you you can't ride in this position. That is the exact wording. You cannot ride in this position. So you have to adjust your equipment or adjust your, because it's not only the bike, you know, it could be your helmet, it could, even from the jersey. People don't even realize that your jersey, if you have certain, remember, I don't remember what year it was. I think it was Enos or one of the big teams came out with all these dimples and all like golf ball dimples on the jerseys. Even some of those are illegal.
Yeah, no, so, definitely jerseys have to be inspected.
There's more to it than just saying that, oh, the guys went out there and it's embarrassing. There's big thing. The point is we don't, right now we have basically 2 races. Let's use this year. We won't even go back and look at the other year. This year, the Cycling Federation has had one, if you want to call it, now I don't even call it a time trial, it's a prologue, one prologue. That's the only time trial race that you can talk about for the whole year until Saturday, whoever rides on Saturday.
So my thought.
So we will take the blame that we haven't had, and that's why we're saying, make sure the coming season we will come up with a plan, and we will make sure that we have a jig and everything, because we have to start to become more professional in everything we do, instead of us just eyeballing and say, oh, he looked good, that position looked good to me, and go with that. Right?
Yeah. So, Bis, let me jump in. Yeah, let me jump in for a second. Thank you very much. Those are all valuable points. And I think as far as our time trial discipline, we are farther behind than the road racing, right? And we have not really, other than on the junior level and female, we've not been really competitive, from a time perspective, when we look at the elite guys on a time trial, but I think moving forward there should be no excuses for not having enough time trial races, prep races here in Belize. If we are committed, if we're all committed to building the sport and building that discipline, it's unacceptable to have one race that includes time trial, racing against the clock, right?
And that's what we're saying.
And what we want to do as well, we want to continue learning from these international events. For example, the jig story, and I'm pretty sure we can get better at that. Brazil has not been the first time we have not started a time trial by one of our athletes due to the jig issue, right? So it's a reoccurring thing, and I think we just need to learn from it. Again, we're not here to talk negatively, to criticize anyone. I think collectively as a community, including the Cycling Federation of Belize, including race organizers, including fans, including sponsors, including media personnel like ourselves, I think what we want to do is we want to highlight the areas that we can improve on, and then let's advocate for improvement, right? Right now, there's no, like Andrew rightfully say, the excuses need to stop. We're not accepting any more excuses. We just need to be more proactive. Let's start having those races as it seems like you and the Federation have committed to doing next year, Bis, which I want to applaud you guys in advance for. So let's do that, and also let's like you said, be professional about it, knowing what the requirements are, knowing what the expectations are when you're competing on an international level, and doing everything that we can to compete within those spectrum, right? Locally here. So when we go international, it's like second nature to us. We just do it because we've been doing it consistently over and over and over. So that's kind of my thought on it. I think this we'll have to cut a little short here because we've got another guest that's coming up, and we'll have to take a break. But definitely great points. Want to thank you a lot. Anything you want to say before you go?
Yeah, I would suggest I would like to ask anybody that's capable of making it out to the time trial event on Sunday. It's going to be held on the John Smith Road. Please come out and cheer on the riders. I would definitely ask motorists and users of the highway, especially in the whole country, because as we saw, we had the mishap about a week or so ago in Danriga, where we had 3 cyclists that were accidentally hit. We ask the driving motorists to please be more aware of riders, and not only cyclists, but we have to remember in Belize that all our roads are share equal roads. People use bicycles for transportation, motorcycles and whatever. So we all of us using the roads have to be more aware of each other. So I want to warn them of that. And if you, by chance, on Sunday morning, if you do not need to travel on the John Smith Road, we would appreciate as minimum traffic as possible on the road. If you can use a different road, please do. Like I said, we're looking forward to the spectators to come out and view the race and cheer on the riders. And then the following Sunday is the big nationals. I know maybe we can talk about that another time, but that is for that. I want to say thanks to you guys for having me on. Like I said earlier, I want to say thanks to my support staff at home here, my lovely wife Donna, my lovely daughter Christina, and I know all of y'all have loved ones too. Thanks for them for the time that y'all give to the sport that we all love, and I wish y'all all the best for the night and for the rest of the week. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Miss.
Thank you very much, Steve. Really appreciate your time. We'll catch up with you again next Thursday to talk about the road race.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Thanks.
See you. Bye. Yep. Thanks a lot to our special guest here who made some time for us via phone. It was a great conversation. I know it's a topic that Andrew is very excited about, and it's something that we talk about all the time, right? I know that jig thing really gets under your skin because as a bike shop owner and a master mechanic, there's a lot more that you can do to help prepare those guys. So again, let's fix that problem, guys. Let's not use it as a continuous excuse. It's not acceptable, and it sounds like from the federation, they're gonna get there. And I hope they utilize your expertise as well.
I'm always willing to help. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. But man, the night goes so fast. We have a few things. We have our guests in the house. We're going to take a short break and when we return, we have the guests in the house and we have giveaways. So we have to cram up everything in our
still haven't gotten to that yet?
Yes, and then we have prize to give away.
Oh man.
So we take a short break and we'll be back.
All right.
I have to move in for that.
Are we out there? Lex the kill.
Come on.
Lex the kill over there. Lex gonna give it home.
Yes.
What going on?
Yes.
You just say,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm here to say, hear me now. This is a Soul Fire production. Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle. So yes.
Welcome back, guys, to another beautiful night here in Boom Studios of As the Wheels Turn. Thank you guys very much for your support out there in viewerland. We have a special guest in the house who's going to talk about an upcoming race this Sunday, Mr. Michael Ortiz. But just before we get to that, our host Andrew Adonis has something special that he wanted to discuss with you guys. So,
folks, this past Tuesday, I was invited to one of the high school, a new high school. It's the name. It stands for. It's at STREAM. So STREAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Maths. I was there to give the kids a hands-on about being a cyclist or what it is to get into racing. So I took over the trainers, bike stand, equipments, and showing them what cycling is about. This school is its first year, so only have first farmers. It's right in the IT vet compound.
Excellent.
I have a video to show one of the kids actually, in fact more one of the kids, but I'll show this video where the kid actually learned to ride a roller. So maybe Georgian, you can pull up that video for me. Yeah, so that kid got on a trainer for the first time, but with everything, trust process, as you said, D, I explained to the kids there, there's so much thing behind cycling and all sports. Even in school, you go to school, you study, you learn, right? But quick tip and quick thing the kids they learn to ride the trainer. Some elite riders can ride a roller. And so that kid learn.
I've never ridden a roller. I've always done.
But you know what
the
I said? They said they're scared, and I said, don't be scared. So I trick him, make him believe that I was holding him, and I let go my hand, and he's riding without. He didn't realize. He didn't realize the ride. So it shows how everything you want to do, you could do. It's just you have to believe in yourself. Yes.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent.
But I want to big up the entire school for inviting me. Mr. Alejandro Morales. He was the one that invited me, and I was warmly welcome. I get food. I get 2 plates of food. I get food, and I reach there when I left. I get food. So, and I got certificate. I got gifts. I posted up on my Facebook page. I get a cap, shirt, a coffee mug, everything. So big up. It's up.
Nice job, Andrew. Nice job.
Yeah, so thanks to the
definitely want to commend you on that. I'd love to see more of that happening from cyclists too. You know, to go into these schools and introducing this sport. You know, at that early age.
And it was not cycling. They had basketball. They had karate. They had chess. They had football. So we actually did a group. So I spent almost from 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock.
Excellent. Wow. Something else on your plate.
But I had fun. I had fun.
This guy's not real.
I had fun, but yeah. So Mike, you're here to discuss about the race. What do you want to do? Want to give some prize at the same time, or what do you want to do?
Yeah.
What do you want?
You know what? I think Mike could just Mike could just discuss the race. Yes.
All right. Okay.
So here we go, Mike. Jump into it right away and let us know when the race is, or the sponsors of the race, the distance, and the categories and prizes.
Okay, good night, everyone. Mike Ortiz here. This Sunday, 9:30, we'll be doing a club race at Platinum Players Nightclub Compound. That is as you pass Malante Lookout, Vista Del Mar Junction on your right. If you're coming in from Belize City, there's 3 little identical buildings, and right in that compound, the middle building is where we have the nightclub. 9:30 Sunday morning is the start time for the race. The only thing to throw us off a bit is the weather. The reason for the time is because I suspect that the association will be doing time trial for the elite riders and the junior riders. So by that time the race start, the road should be clear for us. It's Guns Club and as well as the Weekend Warriors Club. The registration is $15 per cyclist. The prizes at this point we are 3 per category, A, B, and C. First place for the A is 300, second 200, third 100. For the Cat B and Cat C, it's 200, 150. Depending on if we get more sponsorship, then we would widen the prizes. Probably 5 deep, maybe 6, depends. So far we have team registered already. Santino's team, M&M engineering team, and they have the account in our chat group that you could deposit their money in.
BZ Boys will be there too.
Okay, well,
Put me in and-
put you
Any station prizes?
And I'll be donating 2 station prizes to you as well for that race.
Much appreciated. Yes, station prizes, I'm looking at 5 per category. Now the distance of the race, I have to really map out where, because you can't put A and B sprinting for station prize at the same line. So you might...
Well, you can, Mike, because what the guys do, they use a different flag.
Yeah.
So they'll have, let's say one official will be with a blue flag and the other official might be with at the same line, and then one official will know who the B riders is. So if you want to make it easy, right?
The officials are not. The officials are not.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing, the 3 flag will be, I have already decided to do that. But like I'm saying, like for example, if we start, when we start at the start line, we have different people who are giving on that same location between the starting point. By the time you reach Lady, will take at least about 4 or 5 prizes there already.
Nice.
So I have to maneuver myself in terms of we can't have the race fresh. We can't have everybody spending for a prize.
Yeah, right.
So I will say the first one could be A, the second one would be B, the third one would be C, and then it start over
It
again.
could be hectic.
Yeah. So
But you could just, you know what the guys do at the start of the race, you work that out with your officials, and at the start of the race, you just tell us where the station prizes are.
So far, in terms of sponsorship, we have Papa Card have already put in something. We have Santi put in something, station prize, Palace station prize, M&M station prize. They did they will be doing 2, and then we'll do
Two station prize.
station prize. And I still have other people from Ladyville who will be donating either cash or something. All the station prizes are cash, each one, because I don't want to be moving around with a lot of stuff. So it's easy to just put the money in an envelope, and at the end of the race you distribute the prizes. Also, well, right as the race finished, we will be doing the presentation of the prizes and the station prize. I am thinking of doing maybe a beach cruiser or a mountain bike for non-cyclists, you know, because I know there will be other guys hanging around and they might want to do. And then the route, we'll be starting at the Platinum, moving along the Philip Wilson Highway to the Boom Junction, straight up to Hattieville, and then swing back to John Smith at the 8 miles roundabout, back to Philip Wilson Highway, and then we go up to over the Halover. I was thinking about the first roundabout, but I look at that roundabout today and it's still a bit small. So we're moving to the other roundabout where Rima is, the old Benny's, where the Benny's apartment is, and that's a bigger roundabout to make.
So you'll be going over the bridge now?
Yeah, we'll be going over the bridge. And the reason why I'm going over the bridge is because M&M is putting in 2 station prize. So they have their office at the foot of the bridge. So we will putting a station prize there. So I think it's only fair. And then well, Santi one will be in front of Diamond, that little hotel. Yeah. So we'll be going around that roundabout and swing back to Platinum where the race will end. So that's the synopsis of the race.
Excellent. So about what, 50 miles roughly?
I think it's about 42.
Oh, it's 42? Okay.
42.
Quick dash.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Should be a nice,
So-
nice race. Hopefully we'll get some good weather on Sunday.
Well, I'm hoping for
Yeah.
that. If we get if there's rain early, then we could just move up maybe an hour later or so. But we will still have enough time. throughout
As long
the
as we
day.
don't start in the rain, that's fine. We can race in the rain,
Yeah.
but we don't start in the rain.
For those people who might want to watch it live, because I don't know if we'll be streaming the race live, inside the building in the club, we have 2 screens that somebody if they just want to sit and watch it, will come inside,
Okay.
it'll be open, they could sit and watch the live until it's finished.
So tell me something, will there be an after party after the
Well,
race?
that might be a surprise.
All right. You might want to talk to the
Yeah,
club
I know
owner.
we'll be having some food there, like probably rice and beans barbecue, or we have some dips at the
On
sale.
sale?
Yeah, on sale.
Okay, good.
And like I said, the bar will be open, so
Okay.
we could step in and have a drink.
Cool, cool.
And for that day, we'll be lowering our price so that everybody can afford a drink.
Nice, man. Sounds good. And all the winners then could buy drinks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. That's the reason for the cash.
All right.
I'm just kidding, but yeah, you could go inside, take a drink, and then probably relax for the rest of the afternoon if you want to.
Sounds good, Mike. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate you making the effort to come up here, and thank you and the sponsors of that race for throwing the race for us. We really appreciate that.
Yeah. Also, if there's anybody out there who would want to sponsor anything throughout the race, I'm open. My number is 623-0016. You could call me on regular or on WhatsApp, and you could throw in something there. I think I got response from Mr. Gary Bennett.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be putting in something as well. So
What's your number? Lex, you could put the number in a comment or something.
623-0016.
623.
And hopefully next year, this will be an annual thing, and I will be extending, if there is no CFB isn't doing any race, then I will do elite as well.
Okay.
Excellent.
So I wanted to get bigger. 016, yes. 16, yes. And the other thing to this, the catch to this too, also is to try and form a club in Ladysville with the younger guys. So some of them have been asking me, and I know it's expensive, but we'll try something.
Are you so much race as go on?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's exciting,
Race is
exciting.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you keep covering them doing this, more people will be racing.
yeah,
So are you to blame?
No.
No, it's a good blame though.
yeah.
But I just have to inform that when is the 30th? Next week Sunday?
30th will be,
30th of June?
you're not available?
No.
Hmm.
That will be me and my wife 40th anniversary, so
Wow.
Sunday, yes, the 30th. That would be the road race.
oh, somebody have to help her because that's me and my wife have some special thing to do. So that I only race and I will
All right.
cover. Yeah.
So guys, the master will not be available on June 30th, which
Yep.
is next Sunday.
Next Sunday, 40 years of marriage. I
Wow.
have to carry my beautiful wife somewhere. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we can get by one day without
yes,
you.
man, it's easy.
Yeah. But not the following Sunday.
All right.
So we jump into our questions, guys.
Yeah,
I know,
giveaways. So
I know
the bell is close. Yeah.
yeah, we'll make Mike ring the bell after,
All right,
after I
okay,
announce
Mike.
the winner, Mike.
All right.
All right. So
you guess, right?
maybe you could do the first question.
Yes.
Oh, you have
All
your
right.
thing.
Yep, got it right here. And again, our weekly questions sponsored by
Well, this the first prize. This from Sancas to Miss Taisha Estrada, and this a nicely
Goodie Bag.
goodie bag milk. Feel like biscuit. I don't want to open it, but I know how when biscuit. I could feel biscuit and feel milk,
Dutch
whatever.
Lady, are those the fine makers
Dutch
of the
Lady.
creamy butter?
Right.
Ah,
Dutch lady.
I used to
Big
like
up
that.
Sancas.
Again, yes, these are questions, weekly questions sponsored by Mr. Elston Wade Jr. Thank you very much for your contribution. Question number 1. Who is the only cyclist to win the junior cross country 2 times? The only 2-time winner of the junior cross country, guys.
Easy.
Yeah, and we'll make it easy because you don't have to name the years.
Yeah, that's the name of that
Name.
rider. Get a bell ready, Mike, cause they know that nowadays there are people that go to school, they go check the
Aaron?
they got the Bible and study good.
Yeah. Who's the only cyclist to win the junior cross country 2 times?
You know, with this nice Watch you get a nice lead bag too. Nice lead bag. You go when you got a key or go anywhere. You can
Yes,
put the lead
man.
thing there. So
We both games, right? Alright, we have a winner.
you have a winner. Ring the bell, Mike.
Robin Belgrave is our winner. Robin Belgrave, sorry. Robin Belgrave.
Byron
Robin
Pope. That's
Belgrave,
correct.
Byron
Pope.
Pope.
All right. So Robin, pick up your prize.
Pope, only that. Wow, Pope was riding at a young age,
So the
and he was very effective. 2 years in a row.
so open this
Byron
deal. It's
Pope.
winning the win.
Wow, is this the second prize, right?
That's the second prize.
All right. Wow. I think I need a shade now.
Yeah, no.
Sure? You sure? You sure? Why?
It's easy one. Watch man. Watch out the pretty
It's-
shades.
It's nice.
Uh,
So I think I'll answer.
and that
Yeah,
prize
nice.
is from the man, Mr. Jacksonville supporter. The man visit me at the bike shop. The man, hear what the man tell me, right?
It's
The man swelled my head.
amazing.
Yeah, the man swelled my head. The man tell me head. He said, you know, if you go to France, right, you have to go to the Eiffel Tower. He said, when you come to Belize, he said you have to go visit Mr. Adonis at the bike shop,
Wow.
right? So, Mr. Jacksonville supporter, thank you for that visit. I really appreciate it.
I agree
Also,
with
Miss Caroline Dawson visit me too. So,
Right.
you know, it make my head feel big. But that shit's a pretty
Look
good.
at El Stanza, we needed to step up the prizes.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you're looking at probably well over $100 right here. Easily.
But big up yourself, Jacksonville supporter again. Really appreciate the visit and the nice prizes are left. I have some more nice prizes in it too. So we're on the run for but let me get into the question. And it's an easy. Somebody will win this quick. So put on the thinking caps. Who is the only cyclist to win both the junior cross country and the annual whole Saturday cross country? Again, who is the only cyclist to win both the junior cross country and the annual cross country classic? Give the name of that rider and you win that beautiful shades. get your phone number, guys.
Don't say put down my hand. I don't qualify on this.
Why? I think I have to come off the show because I want to win some of the prize. Man, the prize is so nice. Yep.
I mean, look at
Yeah.
this. Look at especially this one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I hand delivered El Stanza winning prize. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Yeah.
The first and
Not really.
Yeah, not really.
Not really. Our winner is Henry Linares with the answer Oscar.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I think you're going out one Oscar. That's that's the champion.
So Henry Linares, pick up your prize. That beautiful shades.
Henry's been a repeat winner. There you go, sir.
Yep. So you want that? Yeah.
Yeah. Question number 3, guys. Question number 3. Mike, since you're a guest on the show,
And our next, we get our next bag from Sancas.
what's that question? Yeah,
All right.
Taisha
Read it.
Estrada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question: who are the only brothers to win both the junior cross country?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so you have to
Two
give the,
brothers will win the junior cross country.
so you have to give the
Alright.
names, full names.
Full names, yeah.
Who are the only 2 brothers that won the cross country?
Junior, right?
Junior, correct.
Junior.
Junior cross country. Some nice questions around. It's junior cross country trivia night tonight. No, you can't answer this one. And what are we winning?
Alright. Fernando Rosado has the Cut brothers, Sean and Brennan card, which is the answer.
Yes.
That's correct.
Rosado.
Fernando
No,
Rosado.
again. But,
Yep.
what did they win there, Jonas?
They win the
Oh,
yep,
nice.
another bag, another goodies.
This is another goodie bag
Sancas,
from-
big up Sancas and
And-
Miss Taisha Estrada.
Yes, Taisha, a big fan of cycling. She's been around for years.
Right.
So congratulations to her for giving a prize away. We appreciate it. And congratulations to Mr. Fernando Rosado. Another week of winning.
And the final and last question of the night, it's Bolido. So look at every week the last prize always be Bolido, right?
I think you like Bolido, and I think our
I
fans
it's like Bolido too.
like Bolido. Go ahead.
All right, so you watch your win. Take it out.
Win.
But this somebody could win it and they could give them a beautiful prize,
Why?
nice slippers.
Some nice bling here, guys.
Yep. And that from Miss Caroline Dawson, one of our
Lovely.
top fans.
And this is a size 6, guys. Size 6. So be a nice graduation gift.
True.
Could be a nice graduation gift, right?
Yep,
Or
for somebody,
just
so-
maybe for the significant other.
And so you play Bolido. The answer lies between 01 and 20. Between 01 and 20, I win this beautiful prize from Miss Caroline. She also sponsored the food tonight too. She was part of that lasagna, you know. So big up, he said, make sure you and D-Wade get to know nice food. So I said, well, what?
Well,
May I buy lasagna ingredients and make my wife make up lasagna?
Yeah.
Along with Mr. Kevin Logan.
thanks a lot, guys. The food is you know, so you guys know the food is a highlight of every Thursday night. I mean, you know, we go through a whole bunch of messages, ordering food and placing orders, and Andrew getting excited.
Caron Bodran.
Une?
Bell.
Caron Bodran.
That's correct, yeah.
13.
That one young man where when we get into the program where I want to ride, I mean, it's right,
Nice job.
So just guess one number between 0 and 20.
0 and 20.
That was
That's,
play Bolido,
13.
yeah. The answer is 13. You are correct, Aaron. So,
So Mike, now you know when you go back, right? When you're on the show, but like when you're on the show, can't win. But next week,
yeah.
Yeah.
and don't you have an next Bolido for the fans next week as well?
Bolido again, yes.
All right.
Like our next nice prize from the same as Carol. The one that I want to win, I think I want to step down next week and I want to win the one day.
Wow.
But then the one I used to Bolido because I too much of a nice one. Yeah, but definitely so. What say?
Guys, I just want to showcase Andrew's commitment to this show, and also I want to thank all the donors. But look at prizes here in our studios. It's amazing. There's bags of goodies. So thank you guys, and you know, keep them coming in, and so we can make the show interesting and fun for the viewers as well. Especially like a night like tonight where we carry them over the hour. Hour and a half limit, right?
Yeah, 10 minutes. So Mike, you want to say your final words before we close, because we run out of time?
Yeah, I just want to invite out all the club riders, come out and stretch your legs. The race will be fast, so I know, and among the station prizes, like we're doing this, some guys want tongue one day out of the mouth. Yeah. Someone come in, come cast
the tongue, yeah.
But I know it will be a fun day, and the thing is to just keep people riding, you know, keep in shape. Weekend Warriors, I personally thought that it would have been like, you know, they kind of had a day ride and so, but Weekend Warriors tough.
Oh yes, man, you know.
It is, so you have to be in shape. But I also like to thank the people who have already donated and who are going to, and not just for me, but any other race that is organized, we would appreciate people giving, because it goes a long way. It's not easy to plan a race, and it's not easy to sponsor a race. So we appreciate you very much, and continue to do it. You know, so thanks again, and we look forward to Sunday.
Thank
you very much, Mike.
Yes, sir.
We really appreciate your efforts in putting this race together and being the main organizer behind this race, guys. Mike's number is on the screen in the comments. Let's put it up, so reach out to him. It's not too late to donate. You know, we are donating some prizes for him, and we're also going to participate in the race and making sure the race is a success for him, because it's definitely a great initiative. Also starting a cycling club there in Ladeville as well. I also want to encourage you folks, some of the fathers, you know, had the opportunity to enjoy Father's Day with the family last weekend. Perhaps maybe we can get a little family day at Mike's race. You know, there'll be a facility there where you guys can hang out and watch the start, wait for the finish. It's going to be a fast race, 2 hours tops for 42 miles. Definitely under 2 hours, but 2 hours tops. And also food is going to be there on sale, and cold beverages. So perhaps you want to come out and watch your significant other race, bring out the kids, and you know, spend a couple of hours there with the cyclists. So thank you very much, and we'll see you guys on Sunday.
Yes, in closing, of course, I want to say happy birthday again to these special people: Melanie Adolphus, Mr. Glenn Flowers, Miss Therese Wade Tillett, and Mrs. Logan out of Boston. Where they must still celebrate, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Championship town.
Also, we want to big up the people that are giving the prize tonight. The Miss Carol Dawson, Sankas, and the prize, Taisha Shoda bring the prize, and of course, Mr. Jacksonville supporter. Like I said, the man drop in, hang out with him for a while. The man said he enjoyed. He drive them big rig truck. And he said when he drive, he listening, tune into the races. So big up on yourself. Also want to big up Miss Carolyn Daston again and Kevin Logan for providing our delicious meal tonight. I'm going for my second round D, right? Mike?
Yeah.
Make sure we're guys I look for care home. Want to thank Ashton Clothing too. All the guys behind the scene, Georgian, Alexi, even D at Chicago, but he's still involved because he helped with along too. D, thank you always, being such a, I think I'll make you be the host because, you do most of the work now. I work with you, but, I definitely appreciate all that you do. You and Elston also behind the scenes, providing all the questions every week. Really appreciate it. To all the wives of my sons, all anyway, by the way, have their family life, but we love the sports and we want to push the sports and we want to do our best to keep it alive. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the chef for tonight. My beautiful wife made all that. I get up early this morning, gonna market, buy the ingredients, the kitchen, the cook up or whatever, and get the food in time for when I make my way to Boom. So thank you again, my beautiful wife, for always supporting, keeping cycling alive. And the fans, I really appreciate that you allow your husband to go out there because they know the risk that he takes, right? So thank you again. With that said, we want to wish everybody stay safe, have a blessed and safe night. Until next week, we see you. Peace out.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn.